Howdy everybody, Colorado Biker Prepper here, and I am in front of the Shamrock Food Service Warehouse. This is one of my locations where I go to get all my preps, and it's also a really good resource for all you preppers out there. This is one of those places that the Shamrock Foods, they're a wholesaler, and they usually wholesale directly to restaurants, businesses, places like that, schools, but they also have a kind of a warehouse shop that you can go in yourself and just buy retail, and it's a lot cheaper, but the sizes of everything is huge. So let's go in and take a look. Okay, so here we go. We have oil in what, 36-pound containers, bags of onions, potatoes, and then we have the cold locker. This is where you can get large quantities of meat. As you can see, pork butt, it's cheap. It's really cheap. You can buy it individual or by the case. So this is stuff that I get occasionally if I do barbecue or something like this. You got ribs, $1.69 a pound. You got sirloin, $1.45 a pound. Diced pork, $3.70. This is really cheap. Sirloin pork, $1.45 a pound. So this is really cheap. Big bags of cheese. This is all the fresh stuff. This is what I come down and I get. These prices are a lot cheaper than you're going to get at anywhere like Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, anything like that. The only drawback is you have to buy huge quantities. You got to buy large quantities. This is all stuff for food service. This is what you get for restaurants, or primarily a restaurant supply, but they also do schools, hotels, things like that. But you can get stuff here for a lot cheaper than you can get it anywhere else. A lot cheaper. So look at the wholesalers. They've got a lot of good stuff that you can get really cheap, especially this time of year in the holidays when you got friends and family coming over. You can do this. This is Shamrock, but also some of the places called Cisco, Allegiant, all these other food wholesalers. What they do is exactly the same thing. They supply restaurants, so you can come in and get stuff really cheap. You'd be surprised. Beef tenderloin, okay, $12.99 a pound. That stuff is almost 20 bucks a pound at most places like Costco. You can get a lot cheaper stuff here. So these are a great option. Ground beef chub, okay, so you're talking, this is what, 81% meat, 19% fat, $1.99 a pound, but you gotta buy a 10-pound log, so, or 7 or 8 pound, I believe. But anyway, but you can get stuff a lot cheaper here. So let's go around more and take a look and see what else we can find in the dry goods, because this is all the meats and the cold locker. So we'll see what we get here in just a minute. Okay, now we're out of there. Now we're into the dry goods. So we got stuff like pinto beans here, $9 for 20, or $10 for 20 pounds. And then we're getting up to 50-pound bags, triple clean pintos, $21. So that's a 50-pound bag. So that is a hell of a savings on what you'd get in smaller bags elsewhere. Now we also have other stuff. Some of the stuff isn't great for prepping, but some of it is fantastic for it. So we've also got bases, all sorts of stuff. So, and they also have smaller quantities too. So take a look around. You might be able to find a place like this somewhere near you. Okay, here we are at the rices. Another one that everyone says beans and rice. Well, here you go. You get 44 pounds. Okay. $17, 50 pounds, $17, 50 pounds, 20 bucks, $17, 50 pounds once again. Then you get into the higher quality stuff too. You've got Eminence. This is really good stuff. This is the Jasmati. This is really nice, but that's 25 pounds. 25 pounds of the Eminence as well. That's $14.69. And you get a 50-pound bag of it. So, well, 20 kilos, and that's $35. So good prices on it. Once again, more oil, lots of oil. And then over here, some stuff they have on special. They have, oh wow, whole guavas in syrup for $2.49. I love guava. Oh, that's good. Hominy, and then of course We have tomatillos. Okay, there you go. Okay, here's another good one. This is a 50-pound bag of rolled oats. It's $28. So that's 50 pounds of oats. They also have the smaller quantities. They got the instant and all that. But the price for that is insanely cheap. Once again, you'd have to package it yourself, but that would be a really good bargain for that many rolled oats. So that would be great for prepping right there. They also have all the other dry goods stuff here too. So we'll keep going and see what else they have. They've got cereal, they got toasted oats, they got the hospitality packs, which usually go into hotels. So they've got everything. And then they also have all the fresh vegetables too. So if you got a big party or something coming up and you need some large quantities of fresh veggies, here they go. Anything you can get in a grocery store, you can get in these places, because a lot of these places also supply grocery stores. So you'll see a lot of the same products, just in much larger quantities. So take a look around, find a place like this near you. Okay, here's another good prep for you. These are Gatorade, so good for replacing electrolytes, things like that. And these just come in packages. This is the Gatorade, but it's a powder, so you mix that with water. And this is actually the most cost-effective way to do Gatorade. So we've got that as well. Okay, and just down from the Gatorade, we've got more drinks. We've also got dessert stuff too. But what they also have here is number 10 cans. Things like hot fudge. They got smaller cans, 5 cans, 4-pound cans of caramel topping. Also the fruits, things like that. Things to add to your preps that you can add to give you a flavor, get a dessert, you know, just regular can. There's a raspberry wild cherry dessert topping, 3-pound, but it's canned, but that would last for a long time in your preps. And then we also have popcorn. Once again, you got a 50-pound bag and it's $29, but that's 50 pounds of popcorn. That is a lot of popcorn. So they even have the popcorn making machine here too for sale. So, but I don't think you want to pay $1,000 for that. You can get them a lot cheaper, but that is a professional model. But you also got snacks, and then also all the different gum and all the little treats, candy bars, but you got to buy the whole box. So you can get a whole box of M&Ms, and that's $16 or $24, but that's a whole friggin' case. So you get all that, and you got the candy, and you also have drink concentrates, and that's like for snow cones and stuff like that too. So they've got that here as well. This is one that I've always liked, is they have the Torani syrups. Got like pumpkin spice for this time of year. You got peppermint. They got all the different flavors here, and like vanilla. $4.65. Yeah, $4.65 for a huge bottle of the syrups. So this is a lot cheaper. They got gingerbread, toasted marshmallow, pumpkin pie, all sorts of different flavors. These are the ones that they have for this time of year. So now we're getting into the rest of them. They have every flavor you can imagine. This is the stuff that when you go to Starbucks or a coffee shop or something, this is where they get it. But these are under $5. They're under $5. So you can get whatever flavor you want. Passion fruit, peach, peppermint, peanut butter, pineapple, French vanilla, things like that. That's $5, and it only takes about a half a shot of something like that in your coffee. Okay, so that's how much of a profit they're making off you when you get that flavored coffee. They're making a lot. So these are all the different flavors they have, though. Dozens of flavors. And then they have the Monin. And the Monin is the ones that I prefer. They've got a little bit better flavor. They've got some really bizarre ones too. Well, not bizarre, but different ones. Like they have lavender. You don't see that often. So blackberry, banana, amaretto, almond, cucumber flavor, just all sorts of different syrup flavors. So they've got all that. And then they've also got all the coffee stuff. And this is where you can come and get a number 10 can of coffee for $6, $7. So another good prep for you. It's already in a number 10 can, all sealed up. It'll last forever. And then there you can get a case of it. So you can get cases of it for a lot cheaper than you can get at any other location. They got everything to go with that as well. Then, you know, all the sweeteners, they got all the sweetener packets, but once again, these are all the industrial size. Tea, this is a good one to get, although Lipton is horrible. It's $3.79 for 100 bags, which is not bad. And then you also have the flavorings, still more flavorings. They got the chocolate ones, really good ones. So the other flavoring syrups, and then they got all the drink mixers. So if you're having a party, this is where you can come get the drink mixers, the grenadine, the sweet and sour mix, all that stuff that you want, stuff for strawberry pina coladas. But it's actually a lot cheaper than you can get it anywhere else. They got all the bartending supplies, and they also have all the coffee supplies too. So if you need any of that, you can get that here. So let's move on and see what else they have. Okay, next is condiments and vinegars, things like that. You can get balsamic vinegar. That's $15 for a gallon. Okay, actually 1.3 gallons. But you can get that if you were to get $15. You could, that would be 2 small bottles at the grocery store of a good vinegar, of a good balsamic vinegar. We got mayonnaises, dressings. We have also dehydrated refried beans, another great prep. Okay, these are already dehydrated, you just add water. These are cheap. That's $6, but that makes a huge amount of them. We got other beans. We have rice right here. You got 50-pound bags of rice for $20. Okay, you can get the converted rice. That's the Uncle Ben's. That's horrible. You don't want to get that anyway. But they've got all that stuff here as well. So you can get just 25 pounds of rice, $14. So it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper than you get at the store. They've got the condiments in number 10 cans, ketchup, stuff like that, huge containers of mustard, everything that you would need. They've even got the specialty mustards up here. And you can buy them by the case or by the can. They've also got tinned things like chilies, green chili peppers. They've got the diced tomatoes with green chilies, jalapenos, whole green chilies, more beans, everything you could need. And then we got the Asian stuff too. They have panko breadcrumb, which you could put away. Then you've got soy sauce and everything from 5-gallon buckets just to 1-gallon containers. And then they have some of the other stuff that you can get. They've got the Asian stuff, like oyster sauce. When was the last time you saw sriracha? Which is the same stuff. This is the same stuff. It's chili paste. Okay, they have the sriracha, and that's $2.64 for sriracha. But it's the same company. That's $12.79 for a gallon. So some of this stuff you can prep, some it wouldn't last that long, but there's a lot of it you'd be surprised how long it'll last. They got barbecue sauces, hot sauces, everything over there. And then over here, these would last quite a while. Glass jars of olives. They got number 10 cans of the plain olives. They have the pepperoncinis, the hot pepper rings, the hot mixes. And then they also have the dried red chilies. And these are actually really good for preps because those last forever. You seal them up in a bag and they last forever. Fire roasted peppers, sardines. Sardines for $3.49. But this is a massive can. Look at the size of that thing. It's huge. Okay. They've also got fruit canned. They have fruit. They have chipotle. They have beans, all already canned. Everything here is in big quantity, but it's all ready. They have masa tamal for making tamales. Okay. So let's move on. Check the next aisle. Okay. Next thing is this row. This is the next row over. We have knives. We have actually really good high quality knives, okay, for a lot cheaper. They got the Challenger. They have Victorinox, which are also known as Forstner. If you buy these at like Bed Bath & Beyond, places like that, this large chef's knife will cost you over $100 for a 10-inch chef's knife. This one is $40. It's a lot cheaper. They also have all the professional equipment. So, and they have not a lot of stuff that you'll use, but they do have some. They've got all the plastic third pans, things like that. They do have the dry storage containers right here. Like they have the bucket size. They got smaller, and then larger, and then gigantic, all the way up to basically a 5-gallon bucket size. And they have the lids for them. So you'll be able to put everything in there. This is, like, I use this for my dough, for when I do my bread dough, keep it in the fridge. So they have all this, and then they also have all the utensils, stuff that you need for cooking. They've got things like, they got the scoops, they've got whisks. This is all stainless steel, high quality equipment. So you're looking at $339 for a massive whisk. You won't need that one big, but here's like $329, $269, $349 for a really good one. So you're looking at a lot cheaper prices for hardware as well. Tongs, $289, and these are good stainless steel, high quality tongs. You're not going to find them cheaper. You know, you'll pay $8 or $9 for one of those in a grocery store. They've got fry pans, aluminum. They've got the coated. They have salt and pepper shakers. They have the stainless steel 6 pans, third pans, hotel pans, half pans, ladles, oil and vinegar bottles, shakers, syrup dispensers. Everything that you see in a commercial restaurant or in a commercial kitchen, they will have here. They've got, look at the measuring cups. They've got all of them. Everything you need. Spatulas. They got the high temperature ones up here. That's a high heat spatula and scraper. Okay. And then you've got the cheap ones, or you got the basic ones. These are from like pastries and cold items, which are the white handle. The red handle, high temp. White handle, low temp. But they've got all the stuff you need that you would ever need, pretty much. They've got the stuff for pizza. I got a couple of those things at home myself. They've got oven mitts for, you know, face palming. Whenever you see something stupid, put an oven mitt on so you don't hurt yourself when you face palm. And then back over here, we have squeeze dispensers. We have plastic tumbler cups. These are really handy. These would come in handy. Then they have all the glassware, flatware, tableware, wine carafes, these big jars. These are great. I love those. And then back over here, they even have uniforms. You can get chef uniforms here. This is how I know it. I used to be a professional chef. I would come to these places occasionally when we'd run out of something and I had to run down and go grab something. I needed it. Oh, they have one. This is one of my favorites. This is a French fry cutter. You just put a potato in there and slam the handle down and voila, you have French fries. So we'll keep going here. Oh, here's another good prep. We have sugar, okay? 50 pounds for 20 bucks. Okay, Caro syrup, all that. They've got other stuff here. They have, this is all frozen or refrigerated as well. They have, actually these are all frozen, but they've got stuff like, oh, what are those? The cheese sticks, the breaded cheese sticks that you put in a deep fryer, pot stickers, cooked sausages, even green chili already made in a bag, everything you need. So there we go. And also, this is something they have. They have the walk-in freezer. It's going to be a little loud here, sorry about that. But this is, I showed you the outside, but this is also where you can come in. You can get all sorts of stuff. French fries, you can get frozen bread, you can get frozen chicken, you can get just about everything. They've got frozen. So there's all this stuff. They've got all the Kaiser rolls, they got veggies. So if you're gonna have a big party or something like that and you're looking to get stuff for cheap, you can get it. They've got like pork goiza dumplings. They've got ramen noodles, the fresh ones, well, not frozen. Jalapeno hush puppies. You name it, they've got it here. Whole grain croissants. You'd be surprised how much stuff at a restaurant comes in frozen by the case. Hot dogs, sliced, hoagie rolls. Let's see. We got crisp cut fries, shredded hash browns. So if you got a big freezer, this would be a good reason to get a big freezer, is you can get a lot of this stuff for cheap. A lot cheaper. And that leaves you more money for your preps. Because if you look at this, chicken breast fillets, okay? 61 bucks, but that's a huge amount. You can get a lot of it. Okay, trim frozen chicken breast. All this stuff comes in. Even seafood, look at this. Coconut shrimp. If you want to get shrimp, okay, this would be a place to get it. You get it frozen, yeah, it's not the best, but guess what? It's cheap. Okay, beer bratwurst, Pacific cod, lobster meat even, okay? All this stuff. Everything here you can get. And it's cheap. It is so cheap. And damn, it is cold in here. So I'm going back out of here because damn, it's cold. It's about minus 20 in here. Oh, that's better. Now the camera's gonna fog up. Okay, this is a really useful aisle. This is all of the number 10 cans and dried good foods. Once again, we got pastas over here. Okay, $7.69 for egg noodle pasta, but that is a massive bag. Okay, they got your regular stuff, but then they have the other stuff. They have a huge bag of elbow macaroni for $9.39. They have other pastas. They even have ramen. Look at that, but you got to buy the case. Okay, and then they have the number 10 can row. Okay, and here's one. Tuna. Okay, $11.69. Okay, for 4.16 pounds. Okay, so it's the number 4 can. Number 5 can, I don't know. Something like that. They got corned beef hash. They have chili. They have clam juice. They have clams, oysters, beef ravioli, number 10 cans, fruit, all the different kinds of fruit that you would need, all that. Okay, all the fruit in number 10 cans, like mandarin oranges, $6.65 for a number 10 can. Pineapple tidbits, $5.99. They got a cheaper brand, $4.99. Lots of different prices, but still good prices on a lot of it. Sometimes you got to be careful. Some are a little bit more expensive, but they're worth it just for the convenience of being in a number 10 can. Then we got tomato sauces like pizza sauce, red sauce, just regular pureed tomatoes. I'm gonna get one of these. I need one of these capers because I'm almost out at home, so that's a big jar, but that'll last me a year, and I use them quite frequently. So they've got artichoke hearts, enchilada sauce, chili sauce, enchilada sauce, all the stuff you get for a restaurant. They got it. So they've got even the gravy powders. Once again, more tomato sauces in number 10 cans, just plain ground potatoes. They got cut sweet potatoes, stuff like that, sliced beets, fancy mixed vegetables, a lot cheaper. There's yams and syrup, lots of different stuff. So, and then you have all your regular vegetables, green peas, whole corn, hominy, carrots, green beans, northern beans, refried beans, pinto beans, black beans. But once again, all in big quantity. But if it's for your preps, that's what you could use it for. You know, these are the things that you put away, and you put them down in the cellar. You put them somewhere dry and cold, and they'll last for 20 years. And then you take them out when you need them. And to spice things up a bit, turkey flavored gravy, chicken flavored gravy, different bases. They got huge cans of Campbell's soup, massive things. These are still just like the ones you mix with water or whatever at home, but it just makes a much larger quantity. So if you're prepping for a large family, this would be a good option. Okay, biscuit gravy mix, which is the white gravy. Okay, au jus mix, things like that. But these powders will stay for a long time. They'll stay good. You've got chicken base, tomato chicken base, all this stuff. So you won't have to go without. And then they have the spices in big quantity. And this is something you got to be careful with. You got to make sure they're sealed good for long term. But they've got all the different spices too. And these are a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. Let's find one here that you can get, like ground pepper. Let's just take that for example, okay? Medium grind, cafe grind black pepper, 33, but that's for 5 pounds of that. Okay, you can get a smaller one right there, but they got a 5-pound one as well. You can get everything you need in larger quantities. Here's another good one, great prep that you can get, okay? 25-pound bag of iodized salt right there. That's 25 pounds of salt for 10 bucks. Really good. Taco seasoning, garlic, vanilla. I'm gonna have to get one of those as well. That's a lot cheaper than getting it anywhere else too. So, and that's a good vanilla. So here's your spices, salts, things like that. $2.29 for kosher salt. Once again, it's cheaper. It's a wholesale. That's definitely, what do we got down here? We have 50 pounds of salt. Purex salt, 50 pounds, 10 bucks. And that's one of those essential preps that you need, is to have salt, because it's used for food preservation as well. It's just not for you, but for preserving food. That's 50 pounds of salt for $10.29, and that's something you should have as a prep. So keep this into consideration. We'll move on. Okay, this is going to be close to the end here. We have all the oils. We have pan and grill oil. Once again, giant plastic jug. You're probably not going to need 35 pounds of oil, but that's about 4.5-5 gallons, something like that. So we have all the other oils though. They even have stuff like it's hard to see here. They have white truffle oil, so really expensive, but damn, it's good. So they got sesame oil, just your regular oils too. They have them in smaller quantities, but they also have fryer oil. So if you're going to deep fry a turkey for Christmas or Thanksgiving, this is where you can come and get it for half the price that you'll get it at Walmart. They have olive oils, they have cans of it, and they also have it in the plastic bottles. And then they have cottonseed canola, corn oil, pan and grill oil, blended oil, Caesar salad oil, which is kind of a mix, canola. But the problem is with storing any of these long term is that oils do go rancid, so you probably want to avoid them if possible. So you're gonna have to find another source for oil. The other thing, they got more oils up here, but the other thing I wanted to show you, and then of course there's lard. Lard. Okay, they have flour. Okay, they have all these different ones here. They've got different grades and types of flour. They have full power high gluten flour. Okay, high gluten flour. No, gluten is not bad. Gluten is what gives bread its nutrition. Gluten is wheat protein. And that's a 50-pound bag. Okay, for me that's almost a year's supply, and I make food, I make bread all the time at home. That's $18.39. That's a really high grade flour too. Full Power is actually a really good brand. There's also All Trumps. This is an even better brand, not because of the name, but just because I've used it and I've found that I really like this one. This is General Mills. It's gold medal. It's $20 for 50 pounds. Okay, and you can package away flour. You just have to make sure that you put an oxygen absorber and a desiccant pack in with whatever you pack it in. So, and vacuum pack it. $14.29 for Minnesota Girl Baker's flour. This is the same thing that you would use for bread flour. Okay, Baker's flour is bread flour, and that's $14.29 for 50 pounds. Okay. Then we move over to all-purpose flour. They have a 25-pound bag for $8.49. And then you're coming over here, they still have the 50-pound bag for 15 pounds. Or I'm sorry, for $15.99. You've got sugar, another important prep, because you can cure with it. You ever heard of a sugar-cured ham? Well, here you go. $20 for 50 pounds. Okay, and then they got the real expensive stuff. but it's good. Oh no, it's not that expensive. Oh yeah, it is. It's double the size for almost the same price. Okay, I'm sorry, half the size for the same price. This is pure cane sugar, 25 pounds for $18.99. Actually, I think that one might be a bit cheaper at Costco. So, and then we're back over to this side again. They've got all the cake mixes in big quantities. They've even got batter mixes for doing fried fish, anything like that you want to batter. Corn muffin mix. They have white spray, okay, which is a special kind of flour. It's a pastry flour. That's what you would make like a really nice light cake, like an angel food cake with. Okay, so they got baker's flour, which is a much lighter type of flour, and it's ground much finer. They have graham cracker crumbs, so if you want to make a crust out of graham cracker crumbs, that's the same thing there. Okay, here's a great prep to have on hand. Baking powder, $10.59 for 5 pounds of baking powder. Okay, that'll get maybe a pound at the same price at the grocery store. So they got baking soda in the same containers as well. These are all sealed up good, and it's $4.69 for baking soda. And once again, that's 5 pounds. Baking soda has a million uses. It's not just for cooking. You can use it for cleaning. It makes a great, baking soda would even make a great washing powder. So we have another one. Here we go, 5 pounds Calumet baking powder, baking soda, once again, and it's a lot cheaper. We have cornmeal, which is something you won't see. Okay, you got the high ratio baker's flour or cake flour once again, and that's down there. Right up here we have I believe that is different kind of flour. Oh, what is that? Rice flour. Gluten. They even have gluten-free baking flour, Bob's Red Mill. So the gluten intolerant people out there, they have that. They've got huge bags of potato starch. They have cracker meal. Okay, they have all of the evaporated milk. Look at that, evaporated milk in number 10 cans. That's a huge can of evaporated milk, 97 ounces. They got the small cans as well, and then they also have the sweetened condensed milk right there in bags for dispensers. So they got a dispenser bag of that. So there you go. They got cracker meal. I believe this is also, yeah, this is breadcrumbs. These are plain breadcrumbs. So if you want to do breaded anything. Then they also have, oh, marshmallows, marshmallow fluff, all that fun stuff. Then over here they have just all-purpose enriched flour in a smaller size. It's about 11 bucks for 25 pounds. If you notice, all of it says hotel and restaurant. Okay, and then they have other sugars. They have your powdered sugar in small and large quantity. Okay, granulated sugar. They have brown sugar over here, pure cane brown sugar, 25-pound bags. They've also got, how'd you like a chocolate bar like that size? How about that, huh? Belgian chocolate, no doubt, and that's $50. Okay, that's 11 pounds of chocolate right there. That is one solid block of chocolate, and this is actually an incredibly good brand. It's really good Belgian chocolate. Calabo is one of my favorites. That's really good. And then they also have the other one, Ambrosia, and that's bittersweet chocolate coating chocolate. But they even have all the chocolates. They have pecans. They've got the nuts, slivered almonds. They also have raisins. Okay, seedless raisins, coconut. Okay, sweetened dried cranberries. These are really good, great source of vitamin C, and you're not going to find it for a cheaper price anywhere. And then we got just your regular chocolates. Then they have all the nuts, walnuts, macadamias. Then they have dessert mixes, instant pudding. Okay, sealed in a Mylar bag. That's good forever. Okay, so there's your dessert. Don't buy those stupid food in buckets from people like Jim Baker, because this is exactly the same thing. Okay, you add water, there it is. Okay, or you add milk, which is the condensed canned milk and some water. This, you got pudding. So you got vanilla, chocolate, all that. You also have fillings for like pie fillings, things like that. There's cherry, okay, diced apple. They got all the pineapple. What is this? They got Bavarian cream filling. These are for like donuts. And they got the ones in number 10 cans. They have pumpkin, which is a really good one. Really good for prep. Very nutritious. They got the pie fillings. They got glazes. They got the puddings. They got it all in number 10 cans and stuff in big quantities, in small quantities too. You can get it in smaller ones, and it is cheaper. It's $2.69 for the dark brown. For the same one you'd get at the grocery store, that's almost $5. So some places it's almost half the price. And then the rest of the store, I'll walk you through this. They've got a lot of frozen stuff that you can get, including things like seafood. They have chicken products all there. They have the seafood products, as you can see. And then they're getting into the meats. You got hamburger patties. You know, you go to a hamburger place, or you go to a restaurant and you get a hamburger. Well, they come out of these. Trust me, I know they come out of these. Okay, some of them are really good quality, some are really crap quality. You got to know which ones to get. The Schweid & Sons, like this one, is actually really good. And then the Gold Canyon isn't bad. Emerald Valley Ranch is really good. And then you got more of them. Okay, you got hot dogs, sausages of every description, bacon. How about a whole case of bacon? Look at that, single slice thick cut bacon. Okay, I mean, sure, you're not going to use that much, but if you got a freezer, you could just buy one of those once every couple months, once every few months, and bacon wrap everything you ever make. So they got buttermilk biscuit dough that's ready to go, fruit, frozen fruit. And then they even have drink mixes: mango, strawberry, raspberry, ice cream mix, margarita mix, pina colada mix. They have some of the bakery stuff here, desserts. They have phyllo dough. They have puff pastry. They have pie crusts ready to go. So they got 5 pie crusts ready to go for baking, $5.99. Whipped topping stuff that you just whip up. They've got pastries that are ready to go. Look at that. Carrot cakes, sheet cakes. It's all frozen, but this is what you get when you go to some of these restaurants. You know, you say, "Oh, goody! Oh, I want one of those pies on the menu. Oh, it looks so good." Well, guess what? That's where it comes from. You go to Applebee's, you're gonna get something like this. You're gonna get the Sara Lee layer cakes. That's what they serve. Okay, comes in frozen. They thaw it out, chop it up, sell it to you. Ice cream. You gonna have an ice cream social? Ice cream party? There you go. That's it. $20, $25, all that. Okay, so $26 for 3 gallons of ice cream. Mint chocolate chip, Rocky Road, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, butter pecan, rainbow sherbet, all the major flavors. They've got those. And then I'll just do a quick walkthrough on the rest, because it's stuff that you're not really going to need for prepping. But just to show you where this stuff comes from, all the clamshell containers you get for takeaway, okay? This is where it all comes from. By the case. There's all the clamshell containers. You know, the polystyrene. There's napkins. That might not be a bad prep, actually, is to get a sleeve of napkins. Hot and cold cups. These would be a good prep. You do have some plastic cups. There you go. And then over here we have more of the same, just the plates, cups. These would be good. This would be good preps. Yeah, $4.69 for one of these. So you have a power outage or something, you don't want to do dishes or anything like that. There you go. It's a lot cheaper than buying it at Walmart. There we go. Here we go. The plastic cups, $2.02 for a sleeve. That'll last you quite a while. But all the plates. They've got the styrofoam. See, they even have the better quality plastic cups. These are the to-go cups that you get, or drink cups that you get at a restaurant or a coffee place. All the paper products, straws, toothpicks, things like that. So we get toothpicks and all that. You even get the little skewers right there. They're a lot cheaper. You're doing it there. And then once again, we're just going to go through all paper products, things like that. So you're probably not going to need any of this for your preps, really. So they got water softening salt in 50-pound bags again for usually about half the price that you would pay for it at a home improvement store or anywhere else. Here's all the paper towels. So if you need paper towels, you want to get paper towels, or you want to get hand towels, trifold napkins, things like that. They've even got stuff, party supplies, tablecloths and colors and all that. Cleaning supplies. Now this is something you might want to consider, because they will have stuff here that you probably won't find anywhere else. So you got brooms, mops, mop handles, mop heads, squeegees, just everything you would need for cleaning up for sanitation. And then we have all the chemicals over here in big quantities. They have Dawn dishwashing detergent, manual pot and pan detergent, $16.79 for a gallon. That's about a third it's about 2/3 the price, but still you're going to save some money. All the different cleaners, for floor cleaners, scouring pads. You guys have seen these, right? Heavy duty scouring pads. I'm going to get one of these. Okay, the Scotch-Brite pads. Okay, there's a whole pack of them. It's $5.29. To get this many of the smaller ones, you'd be paying $30-40 for that. Grill bricks for cleaning off grills, flat tops, and just regular like barbecue grills. These things are great. I love them. I got one at home. They have the cleaning pads for doing the same thing. And then we got more cleaners, just all the chemicals you need, oven cleaners, even laundry detergent, stuff like that. So they've seen laundry detergent up there, and actually sometimes that's cheaper than buying it at Walmart or Costco. So we got all the other regular stuff just in big quantity. So, and then they have trash cans, and they got the big industrial stuff, nothing of the small stuff. This is all, once again, industrial, what you're gonna want. So they have can liners, trash bags, people talk about that, and that's a huge amount. 40 by 46 size bag, which is huge, 50 gallon, and that's 1.6 mil. That's almost 1,000 of them. That's $50. I mean, that's enough to take you for the next 3 or 4 years of life. You know, more can liners. They've got all the sizes and varying thicknesses, all the way from, you know, simple paper thin just for regular trash, all the way up to super heavy duty stuff that'll basically, you know, you can put a body in. I hate to say it, but that's, you know, what one of the purposes might be. So, but anyway, they got signs. There's more stuff, more chemicals. And let's finally go down here. And another good thing to have, they got the aprons, but they have the gloves. So if you're looking for a place to get gloves, okay, they even got the sizes out here so you can try them. They have vinyl, nitrile, and latex. I think everybody's getting out of latex though, just because of the allergy problem. And then they also have the thick, heavy-duty gloves for cheaper. They got the floor mats, the rubber mats for that. They got runners, and they have signs and all sorts of stuff. And then let's see. Ooh, here's all the aluminum. So they've got all the hotel pans in aluminum, the smaller sizes, third pans, half pans, chafing dishes. They also have stuff here too. This is really good. Things like these cast iron stove. This is a propane model. Okay, that's $85. 2 huge burners on that thing though. That is massive. Okay, they've got votive candles. Okay, these things are great. Let's see, it's open. Let me see if I can show you here. Nope, it's closed up. These are the ones, these are the Sterno candle lamps. Okay, that's a case of them. That's a 15-hour candle each. $38.99 for 144 of them. Okay, that's a huge amount. 5-hour tea lights, lamp oil. So they have butane stoves, chafing dishes. They have butane. These things right here, butane fuel for butane stoves. Okay, those work really well. That's good. They got the regular candles with the glass. These are great, the ones you find on a restaurant table. Those are good because it's already in a container. You don't have worry about starting fires in the house. You have chafing dish fuel, which are these Sterno, little Sterno can. Okay, actually there's the thing right there, Sterno ethanol. Okay, chafing fuels. Those are great for emergency kits. Okay, they go in the bottom of a chafing dish. It's what keeps everything warm. And if you're looking for big equipment. They've also got $1,390 for a giant Royal gas stove. I would love to have this thing in my house. That's beautiful. Stainless steel, cheaper than you're gonna find it at any home improvement store. Okay, 18 cubic foot refrigerator, $1,200. Look at that, brand new. 18 cubic foot ice machine. I don't want that. I don't think you'll need that. And unless you really want to get fat, they got a fryer for $1,000. Look at that, all sorts of stuff. So they got toasters. Hey, all right, good toasters. Okay, they got the food processors, the really good food processors. These are the industrial ones. They'll last forever. And then, here we go. You know those pint glasses you get at a bar? Just like that. Good, indestructible glass. Okay. That's Libby, good company. Real, I mean, these are the ones you get in a bar. You get a beer in there. Okay, well, guess what? 24 of them for $21.99. That's less than $1 a piece. You won't get a better deal than that. They have charcoal, mesquite charcoal, no less. $16 for a gigantic bag. Look at that, 40 pounds mesquite charcoal, $16. And mesquite is great stuff. It goes really hot. More stuff, plastic spoons, knives, forks. Once again, for those power outages, you know, or you gotta restrict it on how much water you can use. Well, guess what? You can just throw this stuff away or burn it, one of the two. We got serving trays and all the other serving stuff. So this is all just plates, or this is all just spoons, knives, forks. But anyway, that about does it for this video. I think we've got everything we're gonna need here. So this is Colorado Biker Prepper, and just letting you know all about going to a food distributor warehouse store, or you can go to a food distributor warehouse. So, and they also have something that's called a will call window at a lot of these food distributors. It's basically, they give you a paper list of all the products that they carry in the warehouse. You tick off the ones off the boxes that you want, and then you got to wait usually about a half hour or so for them to pull your order, and then they'll bring it to you. So that works out pretty nice, and it's a lot cheaper. So, but once again, big quantity. So anyway, this is Colorado Biker Prepper signing off. Until next time, keep on prepping.